host, Nicholas Ganger. Any way you slice, I'm going to dice it up for you today, May 1st, 2024. Yes, it is the first of the month. Everyone remembers that Bone Thugs and Harmony song. It's the first of the month. Oh, wake up and wake up and wake up. What a jam back in the day, Bone Thugs. Bone Thugs. Well, thank you for joining me today here on my live Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can always catch the replay on Spotify and YouTube at Conquering Hill. So thank you for joining me today. And every time that month turns, every time that calendar drops to the first of the month, for me personally, it is a reminder that, all right, we got a fresh start here again. We got another fresh start, but we got to pick up the pace. We got to pick up the pace because time is moving fast, it seems. It just keeps going faster and faster as you get older. Holy crap. It seems like when we were younger as kids, the school year would seems like it almost drag. But as we get older and older, it seems like the years go by faster and faster. And we're already in May, and we are already in May, which is a great thing because the weather's trying to turn, even though it might be shitty outside today here in Massachusetts, but the weather's trying to turn, and it's always a beautiful thing when it gets a little warmer outside. But this year is just going by super fast, super fast. But I want to thank you for joining me, and I want to remind you it's time to start picking up the pace here because time is something that is finite. We do not have enough, right? That's something we cannot just go out to the store, just buy some more time. Can't do it. How we're going to get through this is actually start utilizing our time as best as possible. Whatever free time we do have, we got to start strategically utilizing it. How do we do it? Is through discipline, is through having some structure, a daily routine, a morning routine, a routine when you get out of work, whatever you can do to utilize and maximize whatever free time you have to get better, to start, planning for the future, start living out your dreams, start accomplishing your goals. Just that amount of time that you have, that free time, maybe it's a third of the day, you have to maximize it because you have a third of the day, you're probably sleeping. Another third of the day, if you're not working for yourself, if you don't own your own business, you are working for somebody else. So then you have another third of your day, which obviously you have time for your family, your friends, your loved ones. But there's also a portion of that where you want to use it, to get better, to do something meaningful, do something that you're passionate about, learning a new skill, learning a new instrument, writing a book, um, creating something, bringing something to the marketplace, working on yourself, going to the gym, feeling better about yourself, doing a little more exercise than normal, meditation, you know, getting closer to God. Whatever you have to do in those 8 hours, that slice of the day that you have free for yourself, because that is your time. That could be your time, a portion of it, where you want to use it to get better, not just to use it to escape, not just to abuse or just feed yourself, your mind, your body with, various substances just to get through the day or just to like celebrate. Oh, wow, I finished work today. Now I can go have a few drinks. Oh, wow, I finished work today. Now I can light up. Oh, wow, now I can have my cigarettes. You know, that doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you anywhere. All it's going to get you is to tomorrow to repeat this same routine. And, in order to get better, we have to grow and progress. And that sometimes means sacrificing things that just don't serve us, sacrificing things that we've been using, been accustomed to doing this routine of it's a monotonous routine of things that we just have always done. We've always done it for whatever reason, and that's the life we've chose at a certain point. Sometimes you got to break the mold. You really have to just put all the things aside where, okay, now I've reached a certain point in my life where I need to focus on things that are going to benefit myself, my future, my career, my family. being a role model for my children. My oldest daughter's seen me drink maybe years ago, if she even remembers, but she's never seen me be drunk, thankfully. But like my two little ones, they've never seen me drink. I mean, I definitely have been stoned when they probably haven't noticed years ago, but like they've never seen me you drink alcohol, so whether or not they choose to do it in their life will be their choice. But if they're going to be growing up in a household where alcohol is not prevalent, they're going to be more apt, hopefully, not to even try it, right? Now that could also swing the other way, right? My parents, well, growing up, they never drank alcohol. My uncles, yeah, they sure the hell did, Um, at parties, we see them drink and get drunk, but as a kid, right? So growing up in my teens and 20s, yeah, I abused alcohol, but my parents didn't drink, right? So doesn't always necessarily matter, right? However, I think, you know, still being in a household where you don't see it all the time, that will definitely help. So every time you decide to have a cold drink or, maybe get a little tipsy, get a little drunk in front of your kids, they're watching, they're learning. And, that's, if that's not the best thing for you, well, then don't be that example for your children, right? So because people are always watching, whether it's your children, your coworkers, maybe if you're a teacher, your students, the players that you're coaching, no matter what you're doing, people are always watching and they could be learning from you. Good habits, bad habits, you never know, right? So you always want to be trying to do the right thing, trying to do the right thing, because deep inside of you, you know what the right thing is. Deep inside of you, you know what the right thing is. It's a matter of choices if you want to act on it, right? It depends how you want to act. That's who you are in that moment in time, because let's face it, no one really cares what the hell you did last week or last month, last year. No one really cares. No one really cares about where you are today, what you're doing at this moment to get better. Because if you're not getting better, you're just being complacent. You're just content being average, mediocre. You're going to tend to go the other way and get worse and worse because you're not progressing, right? You're not progressing. You're breaking down, right? So think about it. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to make these, wide scale, widespread changes, throughout your whole life, which is a good thing if you can handle it. It's a great thing if you can handle it, but just one thing at a time. Just one thing at a time. Because once you can change something about your routine or quit a certain substance, once you can do that and you can show yourself that it can be done and you can become proud of what you've been done, you can build on it. You can build on those things, but you have to pick up the pace now. Okay. No matter how old you are, your time is still running out. Doesn't matter where you are in life. You think you have all the time in the world, but you don't. You don't. So it's important just to keep moving forward and try to get as much as you can out of this life. I can't express that enough to you. You want to get as much as you can, life experiences, and spending quality time with your family and friends, your loved ones, being present in the moment, not having to cope with your reality or where you perceive to be is a difficult life or difficult time of your life by numbing the pain. Because when you decide to numb the pain with certain substances, when that pain necessary isn't there, you're still addicted to those substances. Your body has become reliant and dependent on those things just to get through the day. Just to get through the day. So you have to break that trend. You have to break the trend. And if once you transform your mindset that time is finite, you'll understand that you have to pick up the pace. This time is now. There's not much time left. There really isn't. I wish we had all the time in the world. I really do. I wish, you know, these people, these these elites, which you never know, they could have the technology. I wouldn't put it past them. Whether they're drinking children's blood or AI or whatever the hell it may be. They're doing things to try to stay younger. The fountain of youth, that fountain of youth, that idea, that just didn't appear out of nowhere, right? They say like science was it truth is stranger to fiction, but everything they put out there in film and movies, like if you can think about it, if it was created for some form of entertainment, a movie or a TV show, like those ideas, they were out there for a reason, right? They could already be out there. So the pre-programming of of television and movies, of things that happen, if you look back at certain movies and all of a sudden that same event happened 10 years later, and whether or not someone's copying that or it's a pre-programming to show you to get you ready for certain things. But when I say the fountain of youth, for example, like no one just that was out there. There's something there when you think about it, right? That idea of turning back your age or your health, improving your health, right? So whether it's already out there or not now, there are people working on medicine to stop, you know, your organs breaking down, to stop the aging process. There are people out there that want to live forever. There's no doubt about it. If that technology is for the elites, good luck trying to get into a piece of that, right? So whatever we have for time right now, whatever you think you have for time, imagine that it's actually less, because then that will actually start burning. The fire will burn a little bit more, right? That's throwing a log on top of that fire to move. You gotta start moving your ass. You really got to start going faster. Yes, you want to be thorough, and you want to be in the moment, but it's all about time, not wasting the time. Because if you can utilize whatever free time you have every single day to get something out of it, right? Something beneficial to you, and you can just compound that day in and day out. You'll truly see some progress, right? You might not see it instantaneously, you might not see it, in the same day, but at the same time, you're doing the right thing and you're working towards something that's improving yourself, improving your life, improving your future, improving your career. You know, all these things can be done in your free time. You only got so much. So picking up the pace is very, very important. And that's why I always like the first of the month, right? First of the month is very, very, it wasn't just about a song from Bone Thugs and Harmony. We're talking about getting a welfare check, and all of a sudden you got some money to spend, right, on the first of the month. It's not something to celebrate like that. It's for me, it's like a Monday is. It's a reminder. You gotta get going. It's time to start moving. It's time to put that foot in the ground and take off, right? And really, really work hard. And the first of the month for me is a reminder. Okay, new month, new opportunities, start fresh again, right? It's maybe some new monthly goals. What I got to accomplish this month? May, right? Hopefully the flowers are gonna bloom. We had our April showers, still maybe raining outside today, a little spillover, but May, things time to start blooming. We planted what we needed to plant, and it's time to start growing whatever we planted, right? So this is your time to get better, your time to improve. So you gotta utilize it. You gotta utilize it. So write down some monthly goals. What are you gonna accomplish this month? What can you accomplish this week? And really start attacking it with hard work and back to discipline, back to structure. Those two things are very important. And sometimes it's easy to start doing, right? They say to when you start exercising to lose weight, you'll lose those first 10 pounds within a few days, really easy. But then after that, it becomes a struggle just to lose a few pounds, right? So you might start this morning routine for yourself. You might implement the structure that you truly need to get the best out of yourself. But you have to be consistent. You can't just do it for a day or two, a week. The truly great ones can implement a routine and live by that routine, a very structured regimen where their body just automatically wants it, automatically wants it. And I'm not saying I'm fucking great, but having a routine of waking up in the morning and hammering out 42 push-ups for myself, I gotta have it. My body needs it, so my body doesn't feel the same if I don't have it. So I've trained myself. I roll out of bed, I need to hammer out those 42 push-ups. So you have to train yourself, train your body, train your mind that you need to do this to be successful. And only you can answer that. Only you can answer what you need to become successful, to become better physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Right? I can give you suggestions, but this is your life, so you know what best fits you, what best suits your life right now, what best suits your work schedule. Right? You might be working the second shift, the third shift. You can't necessarily just roll out of bed and hammer that out all the time, or get your exercise in right before you, right when you wake up. You know, your schedule may be way off. I don't have a 9 to 5. I don't have a 9 to 5. Sometimes I work the second shift. Sometimes I work the first shift. You know, so even though I might get out of work at 11:30 at night, don't get to bed at 12 o'clock, I train myself. I got to wake up at 6. I train myself to do it. You know, and I sacrifice an hour of sleep to do this. And I don't always want to wake up, but I told myself, and I told you, the audience, that I was going to do this as long as I can. As long as I can. So the longer I can do this, that means I've kept this structure in my life, where waking up, 42 push-ups, exercise, meditation, some stretching, the podcast to start my day, holding my own feet to the fire, right? Can I still maximize the rest of my day better? Can I maximize the time, my slice of time? Of course I can. Of course I can. I know. I know. I know. I have children. I have a wife. I have a job just like you, right? I have responsibilities. Still got to clean the house. Still got to wash the dishes. Still got to do laundry. Still got to work outside. You know, all these things still have to happen, right? So, not being complacent, not being lazy. If you get those, if you get that portion of yourself, get it out, right? Kick it out. No more laziness. No more laziness. Yeah, it feels good to sit down and relax for a minute. Don't get me wrong, it does. And we do need it. Right? We do need our rest. But when we overdo it, when that's over becomes overkill, we don't need that. So if you keep moving forward, your body will respond and generate, that energy for you. Right? You just keep drinking that water, and you'll be all right. You keep drinking that water, you'll be okay. So thank you for joining me today. I do appreciate it here live on my Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can catch me Monday through Friday, first of the month, time to pick up the pace, time to pick up that pace. I know you can do it. I know you have it within you, no matter where you are in this world. I want to thank you for listening. Hopefully I did provide a little bit of inspiration and motivation for yourself. But remember, it's all you. It's all you. I can motivate you a little bit. I can inspire you just for a few minutes here, for a month, for a few days or something like that. But in the end, it's all about yourself. You're gonna have to dig within yourself. You're gonna have to call on that why when you need it, and whenever you feel like you can't go on anymore, whenever you feel like this is getting too tough, you really gotta dig in deep, and keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. So thank you. Have a great day.